let me put a scenario, okay? Let's say you're freshly in a relationship and they're like, oh baby, I love you, girl. Girl, we about to get into some things, cause I know I ain't posted in like 2 weeks or whatever. Girl, I've been busy, I've been all over the place, but that don't even matter. I'm here now and we're recording. Today's video is gonna be on red flags you guys like to ignore, because I be seeing so many people who just be having friends or being in relationships and they got so many red flags and they're like, oh no, but he's a good guy and da da da. No girl, there's black and there's white. You're creating gray, okay? There's no gray. There's no gray, okay? There's either he's a good guy or he's not a good guy. There's no in between. Or there's she's a good friend or he's a good friend, or they're a good friend or they're not a good friend. There's no, oh, he's kind of a good friend and he's kind of not. Like, no girl. So we finna get into some things that I think are red flags that you guys like to ignore. By the way, please make sure to like and subscribe and share the video. Yeah. Red flag number one. This one, okay, red flag number one is when they like to do love vomit, okay? If you guys don't know what love vomit is, it's basically where like they spew like, how do I even explain this? Let me put a scenario, okay? Let's say you're freshly in a relationship and they're like, oh baby, I love you, oh my god. Girl, he does not love you, he likes your presence. He does not love you, he likes the idea of you. He does not love you, he likes what you have to offer, okay? I don't understand, okay? Why do you believe somebody when they say that they love you in like 2 weeks of the relationship? What do you love? Seriously, what do you love in 2 weeks? Let's be real. Let's be real here, okay? It's like every single time somebody says, oh, I love you, you guys become oblivious to the fact that he could be cheating. He or she could be cheating, okay? It's like when they say, I love you, it's like they cast like a hypnotizing spell on you. Cast a love spell. And every single time somebody tries to tell you like, oh no, I think he's doing this, you're like, oh no, but he said that he loved me at such and such time. He said this. No, he said he loves you so it can stick in your mind. Anytime someone tries to warn you or anything, you'll just think to the fact where, oh, he said he loved me at such and such date. No, I feel like when people try to do love vomit, it's literally pure manipulation, like literally, and you guys just fall right into the trap. I said what I said. This is red flag number two, and this has to do with friends, okay? For me, it is an absolute red flag when your friend is always negative. They're negative about everything. Like, it doesn't even matter what it is. Like, they could just be negative. They're like a negative Nancy, negative Nelly about every single thing. Like, you could have something happy going on and they'll just be like, oh, well, that's good for you, but like, you should be so lucky to do that, or da-da-da, because I haven't even got that, or whatever, or that, like. I feel like people who are negative try to spew their negative energy on you, and that just does not work. If you're negative, like, don't expect something positive to happen to you. If you're always speaking in negative tenses, if you're always speaking in absolutes, being like, I can never do this, I can never do that, oh, I could never, oh, this is always so bad, like, oh, everything bad always happens to me, da da da. That is a red flag for me. Just, I don't really know how else to really explain that. Negative people, like people who are always negative, like they have nothing good going on in their lives. They expect you to be miserable with them, and they get upset when you're not. Like, that's not my fault that such and such happened and you're upset about it and I'm celebrating about something else. I'm not gonna spew in your misery. Since you wanna wallow, you wanna sit in the corner, you wanna listen to your emo music or whatever, I don't care. If I'm happy and you're miserable, what that gotta do with me? Before I even say this one, let me just give you a little backstory, okay? I am like, I don't want nobody being like, oh my god, ew, why would you say that? It's the truth, okay? I honestly don't care what you guys think. But I think differently and more maturely than other people. So when it comes to certain situations, a lot of people ask me for advice or whatever. And this brings me to my next point, okay? One of my red flags has to be when they try to make you the therapist friend. How are you asking me for help and advice with your mental health when, girl, I need therapy too? I literally have a therapist. Why? I have no issue helping people. It's just a red flag when it's constant. Like when you always reach out for me to help, when you always are down and you always call me up, and mind you, they don't do it in return. That is a red flag, because it's like, I'm helping you to be better, but what are you doing to help me be better? They throw all their mess on you and expect you to fix it. I have no impact on your issues. I don't care that you got in drama with Sarah and Tara, okay? That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't want to say why would I help you, but like, I'm not gonna involve myself in drama or any type of issue that has nothing to do with me, okay? Especially like the people who like to trauma dump. Okay, that's another red flag, but on to the next. Another red flag for me is when, this ain't even in relationships, this is like in general. When people have communication issues, like when people cannot communicate to me how they feel, or like they can't communicate anything. They just, no. Can you speak? Are you mute? Do I need to do sign language to speak to you? Cause I'm not understanding. You're at this day and age and you're acting like a child because you expect me to read your mind. I'm not a mind reader. I
hate.
When I'm confronting someone, they just don't speak. I don't know. When people don't communicate, it very much is a red flag, because it's like you keep your emotions in, you keep your thoughts in, and then you get mad at me when I don't know what's wrong. I'm not a mind reader, okay? I'm not no superhero up in this home. I don't read minds. Okay, I can't just Wanda Maximoff my way into your mind. That's not how that works. Just like Beyonce said, I'm not all up in your mind. If y'all know the song, y'all get the Beyonce reference. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. But like, I'm not all up in your mind. I can't read your mind. I can't tell if you're upset if you don't tell me. And then after you get upset that I can't tell that you're upset, what do you expect from me? What do you expect? Cause like, communication is key. You can't expect somebody to know something if you don't communicate it. Simple as that. This correlates to the always being negative one. Another red flag for me, just in general, is when someone is always judgmental. When someone is always judgmental, that just already shows me that like you are insecure of yourself. When I mean that, like, when I mean judgmental, like, I mean like judgmental of like a person's appearance or like what a person does all the time.
Hey guys, so we're currently recording from the editing. Ooh, I'm messing up my words. The editing station. Yeah, we're recording off the crusty laptop, screen, camera, whatever. But I meant to add this in here earlier. Another reason I think it is a red flag when your friend is always judgmental, because what makes you think that they're not being judgmental about you behind your back? There's no way a person could just be judging someone else and they're not secretly judging you. People who like that, the dog who buries a bone also carries one. They may be talking mess about some girl or whatever that they see and judging them or whatever, but what makes you think that they're not doing the same thing with you and telling another person about you? Think about that for a minute.
Like, don't you got some business to do? Why are you always judging somebody else? Why don't you go get your money up and not your funny up? Why don't you find a hobby? Like, if your hobby was to be judgmental, why don't you just go be a judge or a jury? Why? I never understood that, because like some people at my school, they for real just be standing around, just be looking at people like, oh my god, look at what she's wearing.
Oh my god.
All the time when I'm at school, bruh, the amount of looks and whispers I get when I vlog. Like people are like, oh my god, she's vlogging, oh my god. Okay, go find something to do. You're so busy looking at my life and what I'm doing and judging. Girl, what about those missing assignments you have to turn in? Why don't you go wash the dishes your mama told you to wash? Why don't you go do that? Why don't you go do something with your friends? Why are you so focused on watching what I'm doing? I honestly feel like people who like are so focused on one person, like they have no hobbies. They have nothing good going on. And when they see you doing something that they want to do, they get upset because they know they can't do it. I said what I said and I'll say it again. People who are honestly like always judging a person, they're just upset because they know that they can't do it as well as you can, or they know that, or you have something that they do not have. I said it, okay? And I'm not taking it back because it's true. Judgmental people are insecure, bitter people who are unhappy with themselves and they want to inflict that on everyone else because they basically feel like, well, if I'm not happy, then everyone else can't be happy. It's the truth. This is a red flag in relationships. Why I've never been in a relationship, but I've seen some of my friends and the situations they be in, and I just be thinking like, that is such a red flag. This brings me to my next point, okay? When you are talking to a guy, but they don't like to hang out with you in public, that is such a red flag, okay? If they don't like hanging out with you in public, it's for a reason. It's because they're embarrassed of you. They're embarrassed of being around you, or they're hiding you from someone else, okay? Those are the two logical reasons of why they don't hang out with you in public. I've seen this happen in so many instances where they'll be like,
oh my god, he's such a good guy, da-da-da. But like, oh, we don't hang out in public.
I also meant to say that it's probably because they just don't want to show you off. Like, they just probably don't see you like that, and they're like leading you on and just don't want to end stuff because they want to use you.
What you say? What you say? Because I think all the good guy stuff flew out the window when you said he don't hang out with you in public. Better believe if I had a man, bro, which I don't know. I just feel like if they don't hang out with you in public, it's like, no, it's like they're trying to hide you away from something. And it's just it's very sneaky, it's very grimy, and that's just a red flag. Okay, this is another red flag with relationships. This is, okay, when they say they don't do relationships, that is such a red flag, because the real reason that they don't want to do relationships is because they want to be with everybody. People who say that they're not, they don't do relationships, that's community. When I mean that's community, they be with everybody. That guy is for community. It's for the community. It's not just a one person guy, it's a community guy. When they say they don't do relationships, they just want to sleep around. They just want to
do the doop, and then they want to go.
That's it. They don't form attachments. Ugh, that's such a red flag. I can't. I would never, ever in a million years, if some guy came up to me talking about, oh, I want all this in a relationship, but I don't want a relationship. Ew. Just say you toxic without saying you toxic. Like, it's just, no, the whole thing, when they say they don't do relationships, the situations and the situationships and the friends with benefits stuff, that is such, like, that's such BS, because it's either you want me or you don't. And obviously if you're in a situationship or you are friends with benefits, he obviously doesn't want you. He doesn't want you for a girlfriend. He just wants what you can offer. And I'm pretty sure you can put together what I mean, okay? He wants what you have. I said what I said, okay? And I'm not taking it back because it's true. People who say they don't do relationships are walking red flags. They are menaces to society. Oh, this is not even just a red flag. This is just a pure ick too. Like, okay, a red flag for me and guys, and they are overly confident. It's like, it's not overly confident, but like, it's overly confident to the fact where they're arrogant. Like, it's just, oh, like I cannot. And it makes me so... The reason I think it's a red flag is because, like, I feel like guys who are overly confident, like, they know they fine. So they gonna try to go sleep around with everyone else because they know they can get anyone else. That's why I think overly confident people. Well, not overly confident people, but like overly confident to the fact that they're arrogant. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being confident. It's just like, I can tell when the confidence is not like the right type of confidence. Like, I know people who are like confident in like themselves or whatever, but I'm talking about, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I feel like some guys who are like overly confident, like they're like overly confident that they can get anybody. That's what I mean by overly confident. Like I feel like those people, they feel like they can get anybody, so they get with everybody. Like I said before,
community.
He's a community guy. He's not a person for one person. He's gonna go with Sam, he's gonna go with Sarah, he's gonna go with Tara, he's gonna go with Laura. He gonna go with Jaden and freaking Jordan, girl, okay? No, it's community, okay? People who are like that, community. It's not just for one person. You probably think to yourself, oh my God, I probably got this good guy or whatever. And here you are, he's probably flaunting and stuff. Like, oh, I'm so fine, I could get anyone. I don't know if you guys know this, but when guys go around, like, how do I explain? When guys know they're fine and they know they can get anybody, they treat it like a game. They really treat it like a game. They know they can get anybody, so they literally go and get everybody. And it's not even like, they don't even care who it is. They just get with them for the numbers. This one, oh my God. I'm gonna make a video about this in a minute. This gonna be next video hint, okay? Okay. Let me bring up an example before I bring this up, okay? I know that guys post pictures or whatever, but like some guys post pictures to look like a certain way, to try to look fine and cute and stuff, because they know that their comments will be flooded with thirsties, okay? And they in a relationship, but they know that girls will go after him. And this brings me to my next point. It is such a red flag when guys try to thirst trap on the internet when they are in a relationship. Cause like, it's a red flag in so many ways. Number one, if they're thirst trapping on the internet while they're in a relationship, it's making them seem like they are not in a relationship, okay? Tally number one. Number two, they're making themselves seem more available to other girls. That's tally number two. Number three, they are purposely posting pictures to look attractive towards other people. That is not you, okay? Y'all, when I really tell y'all they be playing the game, they for real be playing the game. They post those pictures on purpose. I've mentioned this in one of my videos before. I'm gonna put the link in the corner or whatever. When guys post pictures or videos thirst trapping, they do that on purpose. They do that on purpose because they know that there's some people who are thirsty and will go in their comments or DMs and be like,
oh my God, I'm trying to be like this with you. Oh, I'm trying to link up with you. Send me the addy, I'ma pull up, da da da.
and here you are looking dumbfounded because you're so stuck on the fact like, oh, that's my boyfriend, da da da. He don't post you on the internet. He got all these pictures up on your page. He don't got not one of you. All his pictures, he thirst trapping in every single one of them. All the comments flooded with some thirsty girls on Instagram. And guess what you look like? Goofy. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. Cause you do. Best believe if I had a man who was thirst trapping on the internet, we're done. We're breaking up. Because you're making it seem like you're available for other people and you're not. I might go ham with this one because this one actually makes me upset, bro. This is such a red flag, bro. It's not even funny. I'm gonna give y'all a little scenario before I bring this up, okay? Let's say you have a guy friend or whatever and y'all hang out and y'all ain't like exclusive or anything, but every single time that another guy comes up, all of a sudden it's like he has a label for you. And this brings me to my next red flag, okay? When he claims you as his girl and y'all ain't together. Oh my God. This is such a red flag to me because you're only claiming her when you see that there are other good guys trying to go after her. You're blocking. Literally, you're blocking. Like, you're blocking a girl from getting with a guy that would actually be good for her, but you don't even want her for real, for real. You just claiming her so nobody else can claim her, so you can use her and throw her out like garbage, okay? You just using her up and tossing her out and taking her out for garbage day on Thursday, okay? Oh, that's such a red flag. That is just so ill. How are you trying to act like my man all of a sudden when another dude try to come up to me, but then after on the low or stuff like that, or like in regular situations, you don't want to act like my man. You don't want to pay for my stuff. You don't want to treat me good. Like, what? But bomb your girl now, right? Right. Okay, this one also correlates to this, but another red flag for me is when they don't get you nice things. Before you guys even say anything, I don't mean like buying Louis Vuitton, Miss Dior, Sephora, Where Beauty, whatever, Drunk Elephant. That's not what I'm talking about. When I mean they don't get you nice things, and not to mention, nice things do not have to cost that much money. I don't know where that norm came from, but that's not even what I'm talking about. When I mean by they don't get you nice things, like they don't get you nothing at all. That's kind of a red flag for me. I feel like it doesn't cost money to get something nice. Like, if you don't have money, make something. Like, you don't need that much money to be creative and make something for like your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever. Like, let's say it's like Valentine's Day and you didn't get them nothing. It's their anniversary, you didn't get her nothing.
Moral is, I think that it just shows that you don't care and you didn't put any effort. That's why it's a red flag.
You're not gonna have no girlfriend or boyfriend after that. I'm gonna just tell you that. This also correlates to this. I'm gonna just tell you, the one I just did, they all correlate together, okay? Like I said before, you don't need that much money, okay? But don't be broke and expect me to pay for everything. When they expect you to pay for everything, this is not even just relationships, this is friends too, okay? I've had so many instances, okay, mind you, I don't mind paying. It's just when I pay and you don't pay me back. Why am I waiting 10 months for my $5? Why am I waiting a year for my 15 bucks, okay? It will be a decade later. I will be 40, 50, 60, 70.
I'm dead in my grave. You're still not paying me. What the Let's talk about it.
Where's my money? Where's my money? When they expect you to pay all the time, that should not be a normal. Why would I spend my hard-earned money? And not to mention, like, they got some nerve and entitlement to expect you to pay all the time. Like I said, I don't mind paying, but don't take me to some expensive restaurant and you can't even afford it. Shoot, I'm fine if we just get like some Thai food takeout and sit at the park and eat it. I don't care. It does not have to be winding and dining and rewinding. It don't gotta be like that. But the audacity of you expecting me to pay all the time is insane. Instead of getting your funny up, you should get your money up. Oh my God. I didn't even type this, bruh. Forget this laptop. No, we going ham. Cause this one, and I used to have people who would do this to me all the time. I used to have friends where all the time we would be like in a group of friends and I would say something or whatever. They would basically make fun of me, try to embarrass me in front of everyone else just so they can get laughs and stuff and they can get attention. When they embarrass you on purpose for attention, that's such a red flag. I'm not even talking about relationships or friends or anything. I'm talking about in general. I hate when people do that. Because you're not funny, okay? You're really not funny. You really thought because you tried to embarrass me that it's funny? No, girl, you look like a clown too. You couldn't find no other jokes, so you're trying to make fun of me? No, because that's not funny. I honestly feel like people like that, they like to prey on your downfall. People who try to embarrass you in front of everyone, they try to embarrass you to make themselves seem like they're better than you. Like they try to compete with you, basically. It's a jealousy thing. It's an insecurity thing. They will see you doing something and they will make fun of it and try to embarrass you for it. And in reality, they wish they were exactly like you. I've had so many instances where people would make fun of what I do and do it the exact Oh my god. They would literally do it. One time, I was wearing shorts in the winter. Because we live in California, bro. It's not actually cold. Like 60 degrees, be serious, that's nothing. I'm wearing my shorts and this girl comes up to me.
Oh my god, yeah, you know you can get hypothermia or whatever from wearing shorts in the winter.
And here she is the next day wearing a tank top and shorts. That's funny. You're trying to embarrass me in front of people, but yet here you are doing the exact same thing. They try to embarrass you and make you seem like what you're doing is weird and what you're doing is crazy. But in reality, they want to be exactly like you. They want to do exactly what you're doing because they like how you're doing it. They just don't like that you're doing it. This is gonna be my last red flag. I feel like people who are always like, oh, I have no filter. Oh, I say how it is. Oh, I'm just so honest. I'm so honest. I just tell the truth and I say it like it's. I don't sugarcoat anything. Those people could be red flags. And here's why. I feel like people who say that, they basically just try to cover up the fact that they are rude people. And they try to disguise it to the fact that I'm just being so honest. I'm so honest. No, girl, you're not honest, you're rude. Like, some people are like, I'm just being honest. There's a difference between telling the truth and being borderline rude. They'll say like,
oh, I hate your makeup, you look so ugly, you look like a hippo, but I'm just so honest, I'm telling you like it is.
girl. There's a difference between saying something derogatory and rude and being honest. And I honestly feel like people who are like that, like it goes back to the whole negative thing. They are negative and they try to disguise it and be like, oh, I'm just honest, I say it how it is, da da da. Are you honest or are you rude? You're not sugarcoating anything if you're calling someone a hippo. Anyways, guys, that was the end of the video. I hope you guys liked or disliked what I have to say. You guys can agree with what I have to say or you can disagree with what I have to say. But either way, we agree to disagree. Make sure to like and subscribe and share this video. I'm probably gonna post a posting schedule on my Instagram. Yeah, I'm looking at you because you didn't follow it. Go follow. I was thinking about doing confessions. I don't know if people are gonna respond to the doc because the times that I do like confession or whatever, people don't fill it out. And I'm like, bro, like, can you fill it, please? Let me know if you guys want to do confessions. I did want to do Valentine's Day confessions, but I'm kind of scared on what I'm gonna receive if I even receive anything. Bye.